What is up, RC enthusiasts? Check it out right here. We're gonna go a little deeper into this flexi axle I reported on. I guess I worded it wrong. You know, I did watch the video and my words were wrong on there, but it doesn't change the fact that the axle is still flexi, so it doesn't matter how wrong my words are. These axles, flex. Where's that axle? Oh, there it is. These axles, flex. So yeah, I'm gonna compare it to this guy right here, my Hobby Plus cheaper rig. Let's get to it. Here we go. It's a good thing I have a cruise control function on this transmitter. See right here, I'm gonna hit that cruise control function so I can hold this axle while I'm doing it, and you guys hopefully can hear the same sounds I'm hearing. So let's get to it. Alright, there you go. Steady RPM. You can tell when I straighten it, I'm not sure if you can be able to hear it because it's gonna be harder that way than when I actually bend it while running. Yeah, you can barely tell, but look, when I bend it forward, let's say you're trying to climb a rock and this tire on this side needs to pull up a rock this way. You hear that? Some people are going to say, oh, I'm pushing it right here, but look, I'm actually freely moving it right here. Other side. Now both is going to be rare, but that really binds it up. But yeah, those are flexible axles, and it binds, so... And when you hold it straight or out, it runs a lot smoother. So yeah, if Traxxas built in the flexiness to this axle, then they oversighted the binding it was going to cause. But yeah, that's what I'm complaining about. I'm not complaining about there being toe. Some people are trying to get on me on the comments saying, you don't know what you're talking about, you know, toe is normal, you're supposed to have that. It's, you know, that's how, I know you're supposed to have toe. The car will not be stable. But anyway, that is, you know, even for these little toy crawlers, you really don't need toe. So I don't know if they know, if they contacted Traxxas to see if this right here was built in, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, this could be an oversight. And, you know, it does bind, and that's just why I brought out that video, just because, you know, I'm just warning people that are buying bearings for these that you might wear your bearings out a lot faster by, you know, having this binding on you like that. Alright, well, check it out right here. These three mounts line up perfectly. They're straight. There you go. That's about what it looks like to me. So to me, when I'm looking at it straight on, this side is closer than that side. But it's hard to show it, because if I hold it this way, it looks like that side's, the camera angle is tricky for sure. But when I'm looking at this straight on, this one right here is closer to the screwdriver than this right here. It's close. It's further away from the bit. So that's how I know it's bent weirdly, because I mean, if they intended to have toe in there, don't you think the toe would be even left to right? Yeah, I wish I could show it better, but I just don't know how to do that. I can't show it. Oh well. Either take my word for it or not, but if you guys heard the sounds it made when I could actually bend this, I mean, I could physically bend it, you can see that. It's whatever though. If it's not an issue to you, have fun with your rig, man, because it's not really an issue to me. I'm just pointing it out for people that use bearings. I don't use bearings, so this is not going to be that big of a problem to me. I can deal with it. And check it out right here. This is a cheaper truck. And that's one thing I get as an argument. Oh, you know, what do you expect? It's a $150 rig. You're going to have to upgrade it or whatever and stuff. Well, what's this right here? This is like a $100 Hobby Plus rig right here. I can't even bend these axles. I even try to bend them as hard as I can. I can't get those to bend. That's what I want from that brand. You know what I mean? I'm getting it from this brand, which a lot of people, if this had bendy axles, people will say, well, that's what you get for buying a no-name blah blah blah, you know what I mean? But no, that's not what I'm talking about. You know, I'm not a fanboy of any brand anymore. I used to be, I won't lie. I wouldn't run anything back then unless it was Losi or Team Associated or something like that. Those two brands are my two top favorites, but I'm not that person anymore. This is a brand that I normally don't really mess with too much, but surprisingly, when people ask me what's a first good RC to get into, I always recommend a Traxxas Slash. Why? They're super reliable. Great little trucks. But this one right here, well, not little, they're 10th scale, but you know what I'm saying? This right here, I expected that kind of quality. You know, this Slashes are quality. This thing right here, that's a bendy axle. And I'm sure if Traxxas hears more about it, they'll probably change the formula of the plastic and make it a little stiffer so it doesn't bend under running conditions. It's just gonna stay the bend that they expected it to stay at, or the, you know, the toe degree that they expected it to be at, if they even expected it to have any toe whatsoever. Some of my other smaller rigs don't have any toe back there, but it's not gonna be an issue for a crawler, unless, you know, you want a lot of toe back there so you can dig in and get some grip. But you would have to have a lot of toe back there for that. You know, minimal 1 degree I mean, that's very minimal, but it still helps for fast, high-speed stability and stuff, but it doesn't matter. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm here just talking about this very flexible, and you could actually see me flexing it, axle. I couldn't do this to the Hobby Plus axle. And I can do it to the SCX24s too, when I bend it this hard, but they pop right back to straight. This one right here? Yeah. And, you know, in the last video I said, yeah, straight. I didn't really, you know, technically, physically mean like 100% straight. I mean, it was supposed to be straighter than it looked in that video, because it looked really odd, and it was really bent looking. But, yeah, it's really bent looking right now. Some people say you can probably add a truss right here, get it to stay straight. That's pretty good. The best bet for Traxxas is to just remold these with a different plastic so they don't bend under, you know, running conditions. I don't care if they decided to make it bent like this and this is how they want it to be, but at least let it stay like that and not actually bend more and cause more binding during, you know, running conditions. That's it, guys. But it's not bad. I like this little guy. And this right here is not an issue to me. It's just because I'm going to be running bushings, so that doesn't matter. I'm just saying, you're going to be running bearings. You might wear those out faster. I'm just trying to put a PSA for people. I'm not trying to start anything with anyone. I'm not a brand loyalist anymore. I like everything that looks cool. If it looks cool, I'll buy it, try it out, run it. If it's remote controlled, definitely love it. You know? Well, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching as usual. And as always, stay safe out there, have fun, and go run that RC.